From Creamer Media in Johannesburg, this is the Real Economy Report. Our top stories this week. Construction giant Basil Read makes a significant commitment to renewable energy. South African gold miners will have their day in the sun again. And managing lighting systems can contribute to energy efficiency strategies. South African construction giant Basil Read has made a significant commitment to renewable energy. Christy van der Merwe was there as the company launched its independent power-producing solar array.
Basil Read realizes that energy efficiency is important and that more needs to be done in investing in renewable energies. It's in line with our SHEC policy of reducing our pollution. We were recently ISO 14001 certified, and solar is clean energy. It reduces your carbon footprint. And I think another big reason that we did this was to create an impact on our staff here at the building, so that they would see that the company is serious about renewable energies and serious about the environment.
There are 240 solar photovoltaic modules on the roof of the company's head office in Boksburg. The system produces 43 kilowatts, which accounts for about 25% of the office's power requirements. The R2.5 million system was designed and installed by the power company and took about 3 months to complete. Basil Read is committed to energy efficiency and renewable energy and will carry this through to other projects that the company is involved in.
All the projects that we can influence in terms of the design, we will bring in energy efficiency into those where possible. There are projects in the pipeline, specifically at the offices where we have control over, and then where we can, we will influence our projects and our clients in terms of using energy efficiency. People need to move away from the misconception that solar is exorbitantly expensive. Yes, it is expensive, there is a capital outlay, but with the increasing electricity tariffs, it will pay off.
Goldfield CEO Nick Holland predicts that South African gold mining companies will have their day in the sun again.
Look at South Africa differently. We have significant reserves still. As I said to you, we've got infrastructure that's available. We're going to have our day in the sun again. South Deep is going to prove to be one of the best investments ever made, I'm sure. And people look back and say it was a steal in comparison to everything else out there. The ore body still represents one of the most exciting ore bodies ever seen. And the one thing that is very exciting for me when I go underground there is that once you're in the ore body, it's all ore. There's no dilution here. You don't have to worry about dilution. You just take all of it. Even the de-stress cut. We're doing a de-stress cut across the ore body to make it easier to mine these big voids. Because remember, we're mining 25 by 25 meter voids, principally through open stoping. Even the de-stress is giving more mineralization than what we thought it would. There's 26 million ounces within access of existing infrastructure. Now, a lot of other companies have to actually build the mines to get that. It's a reserve, and it's underpinned by a feasibility study, but they've got to build it still. We've got the shaft systems, we've got the haulages. It's there, we just got to develop it.
Eskom's demand-side management strategy plans to save 4,255 megawatts over a period of 20 years. French electrical and automation company Legrand says an easy way to contribute to this is by simply managing lighting systems. Loni Prinsloo takes a look.
South Africa is still a relatively newcomer to the €240 billion business of green building. Legrand Commercial Building and Energy Efficiency Manager Patrick Volton tells us more.
Well, I think the lighting management, not only in South Africa, it's the case everywhere in the world, is an important way to get green, to save energy, and to develop this type of activity. So today, South Africa is at the beginning of this spread of green buildings, and lighting management is a way to get that developed in the next years. You founded, I think, the Green Building Council 3 years ago, so it started compared to other parts of the world where they started. For instance, France, HQE, which is the equivalent, started some 10 or 15 years ago. So you see the time gap between the two. Of course, it's a good start, and the increase rates are very high in South Africa. And lighting is an easy way to improve energy, to make energy savings by making I would say return on investments which are very high, very quick. The lighting evolution started or restarted, I would say, 2 or 3 years ago with the decision made by many countries to forbid the bulb incandescent lamps. This has begun last year in Europe and in some other countries, and will be completed in 2012.
And now for a sneak preview of this week's Engineering News magazine. In this week's cover story, we discuss the innovation, research and technology behind the official 2010 match ball. We report that Mauritius will open its first demonstration charging station for electric vehicles this year. And we announce that Sandton City's internal makeover will be completed before the World Cup. And in Mining Weekly this week, in our cover story, we find out how Australia's mining sector will foot the federal bill. We report that South Africa's minerals production increased 11% in March, the highest growth rate since March 2004. And production at JSE-listed Gold One's Modder East mine reaches 1 ton of gold. That's Creamer Media's Real Economy Report. Join us again next week for more news and insight into South Africa's real economy.